what do the names Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, and Michelangelo all have in common? Well, they're the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, of course. In today's video, we are going to be celebrating World Turtle Day a little bit differently, a la Shelby on Safari style, by looking at pop culture and using it to tell us about the real-life amazing animals that surround us all. We're going to be discovering what turtles would really have on their pizza. So you ready? Join the safari and cowabunga! Yeah, that was cheesy, but I had to. It's my favorite Turtles catchphrase. But first, a bit of backstory about the TMNT friends. The original Mirage comics was very different from the franchise we know today, for a variety of different reasons, but first and foremost, it didn't include pizza. That's right. That came later, in 1987 to be precise, with the cartoon establishing pizza as the main food source of our favorite Mutant Ninja Turtles. In fact, the pizza chain, Pizza Hut, has had frequent collaborations with TMNT with regards to the movies and the cartoons. Even in 2014, they had each of the main characters having their own special pizza. Now, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they didn't just have pepperoni pizza. Oh no, they like to spice things up a bit and have some very interesting toppings that I'm not quite sure they have at Pizza Hut, like sauerkraut, clams, and even peanut butter? On pizza? No. Now within the TMNT universe, there are a few different reasons as to why they love pizza so much. In the 2012 TV show, we see that Master Splinter fed them worms and algae. However, when Raphael made a pizza delivery man drop his delivery, they gave it a try. And well, not surprisingly, they found it a bit more appetizing than worms and algae. But then fast forward to 2014's movie, in which we see April O'Neil feeding turtles pizza before they mutated. Either way, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are associated now with pizza, that is for sure. And so, as I said, to celebrate World Turtle Day, we are gonna look at what they would really have on their pizza in real life. But to do that, we need to look at what turtle species the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles could actually be. In the second volume of the comics titled The Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it is revealed that our four friends are in fact red-eared sliders, which coincidentally enough were used in the 1990 and 2014 live-action films. Now, the red-eared sliders live for about 20 to 30 years and get to about 12 inches long. And they too would have some variety on their pizza. They'd have a little bit of meat and a little bit of veg. For they eat leafy greens, krill, shrimp, and crickets. There we go, so a nice balanced pizza for the red-eared sliders. Now fast forward to the 2012 TV series where we see Donatello says that he thinks he and his brothers might be either Diamondback Terrapins or common box turtles. Let's take a look at what these species would have on their pizza in real life. Now the cool thing about the Diamondback Terrapins are that they are the only turtles in the US that live exclusively in brackish saltwater marshes, coastal bays, and lagoons. Females are a bit larger than males though. They can get up to about 12 inches in length, whereas males, well, they're about half that, only about 6 inches. Now, if the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were actually Diamondback Terrapins, they'd live for a lot longer than teenage years. They can live for up to 40 years. Now, it should come as no surprise, given I told you about their coastal habitat, that their pizza toppings would reflect this. Actually, it would depend specifically on the location within their home range of what would be on their pizza toppings. For example, in Virginia, Diamondback Terrapins would eat barnacles, blue crabs, snails, and mussels. So definitely a seafood pizza for sure. Luckily, they could actually eat this pizza because they have bony plates on their upper and lower jaws that are able to crush through the shells of mollusks. Or else that would be a pretty, difficult pizza to eat there. Now Donatello mentioned they also could be common box turtles. Their pizza would look a bit different. The common box turtle and its subspecies are the most widely distributed turtle in North America. That being said, they are opportunistic omnivores, which pretty much means they will eat whatever comes their way, whether it be plant or animal-based. So their pizza would certainly be varied. Very reminiscent, actually, of what we see in the franchise with the variety of odd toppings. To be specific, with the common box turtle, they would have everything from snails, beetles, flowers, and even grasses on their pizza. I do want to mention, though, one particular subspecies of the common box turtle, the desert box turtle, because they would sprinkle a little bit of cactus on their pizza. That sounds a bit prickly for sure. Now, in the rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, we see all 4 are different species of turtle. Leonardo is a red-eared slider, one of the species we talked about earlier, whereas Raphael is an alligator snapping turtle. The alligator snapping turtle is the largest freshwater turtle species in North America. Given that they spend most of their lives in the water, it should come as no surprise that they can spend 40 to 50 minutes at a time submerged underwater before coming up for air. That would come in quite handy, being a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, being able to hang out under the water and then come up and then whoosh, whoo, 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 whoo. Yeah, that's not how they do it. They're much cooler than I am at that. The lifespan for the alligator snapping turtle is quite impressive. It's from 50 to 100 years. And males tend to be larger than the females. And when I say larger, I mean a lot larger. Males can weigh up to 175 pounds, whereas the females are only up to 50. Quite a size difference, indeed. Now, the way alligator snapping turtles get their prey is a little bit different. They like to chill out at the bottom of a river, open their mouth, and show off a very interesting, brightly red, colored bit of flesh on their tongue that conveniently looks like a worm. While they're laying motionless at the bottom of the river, little fish or frogs may be curious at this worm and come up close to it, and then, well, dinner time for the alligator snapping turtle. That being said, I don't know if Raphael could use this technique to lure pizza to him, or I guess the pizza delivery guy, with frogs and little fishes on his pizza, if he was indeed an alligator snapping turtle. Donatello, on the other hand, is a spiny softshell turtle, which is yet again another large species of freshwater turtle found in North America. Like their name suggests, their carapace is, well, soft, flat, and rubbery, with little spines around the outside. Now, with this species, females are actually larger than males, and as they have a mostly aquatic lifestyle, they have fully webbed feet. They too have an interesting eating strategy, for they will bury themselves under a layer of mud at the bottom of a lake, with just their heads sticking out, so that way they can catch prey that are passing by. They too would have an aquatic pizza with crayfish, aquatic insects, and sometimes fish as well. And I saved the best for last. My favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, Michelangelo. He is said to be a ornate box turtle. They live for about 30 to 40 years, with males being slightly larger than the females. They live in open woodlands, pastures, and meadows. With that being said, he wouldn't quite have an aquatic pizza like his brothers. Instead, his pizza toppings would include snails, insects, berries, fungi, roots, salamanders, and even bird eggs. Quite the varied diet there. Makes sense for Michelangelo to have probably the craziest pizza of them all, am I right? So we've gotten to meet a lot of incredible turtle species and seen what pizza toppings they would have in real life thanks to our friends, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, to celebrate World Turtle Day. Now, sadly, the turtles of our world don't quite have a master splinter to teach them the art of staying safe, especially with all the threats the turtles of our world are facing today. In fact, the alligator snapping turtle that we met earlier is considered vulnerable on the IUCN Red List. But luckily, places like the American Tortoise Rescue are doing fantastic work by raising awareness of the plight facing turtles and tortoises that we share this planet with. I encourage you to check out their website. I'll put a link to them in the description down below. And while you're down there, be sure to let me know what pizza topping you prefer on your pizza, Are you a more seafood type person or just classic pepperoni? After you've done that, why not check out my other animal and pulp culture comparison videos by clicking the playlist right here. There's everything from Doctor Who to Pokemon to Animal Crossing. So go on, check it out. Click the video. I'll see you over there. Thanks for watching.